What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another squad builder on the channel today. I know I've been doing quite a lot of these lately, but it's purely because I'm really enjoying doing them, and I've been tinkering with the format a little bit. It's just something that I hadn't done for quite some time, so it feels nice to be doing them again, as silly as that sounds. But if you do enjoy this again, lads, enjoy this squad builder, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it. If you can get this over 20 likes like you have on the last couple, that'd be amazing. Also, comments and feedback always appreciated as well. Let me know what future squads you want to see, anything like that, and don't forget as well to subscribe if you've not already to become a part of the Nidge Nation. Today we're looking at a Liga BBVA team. The total cost of the team straight up is about 300,000 coins, but a lot of that is all in one particular player who you'll see in a minute. But let's get things kicking off. We're playing in a 4-3-2-1, and in goal we have got that man, Diego Alves, goalkeeper that I use pretty frequently. As you can see, I've played 121 games with him. Don't think there's many better on the game. I really like David De Gea. It's always between him and Alves as to who I think is the best goalkeeper on the game. Absolutely solid, particularly with the price that you're paying. I mean, I paid just under 2k, and that was ages ago. Coming in at the right back spot, we have got Oscar De Marcos. Tons and tons of pace. Really solid right back in the Liga BBVA. It's actually, there's a lot of competition in that place, because in that position, sorry, because I really like De Marcos, I really like Danilo, and I really like the other one that I can't remember now, Carvajal I really like as well. But De Marcos for me often edges it out just because of that little bit of extra pace he's got. Again, I've used this card a lot. 90 games played, cost me under a K, and that was a long time ago again. So again, absolute bargain of a player there. Going into the first centre-back that we got in the lineup, it is Shokran Mustafi. I tried to avoid using Sergio Ramos in this team, so I use him quite frequently. And I often find the duo that I've got at the back in this team do a job just as well. He's got low-high work rate, which I think is a big thing in how he plays so well. But he's got decent pace, he's got really good defending, he's got an inform as well, so if you can afford the inform, go out and get that. It's a really solid inform. Again, played 7 games with this card, no goals, no assists, but really solid defender. Try him if you haven't already, lads, he's really good. Partnering him is Aymeric Laporte. This is the partnership that I was talking about, just Laporte and Mustafi. Always so solid for me. Both of them have got informs as well, and both of the informs are excellent. I just didn't use them in this team to try and get the price down a little bit, because like I said, I've got the one expensive player in here, and that's how I wanted to keep it. But Aymeric Laporte played 60 games with this card again, really solid. First owner, but he's not expensive at all. Less than 4k, I'm pretty sure. If not, definitely less than 5k. Like I say, I just wanted to try and avoid using Sergio Ramos and Pepe that I know a lot of people use, and this partnership is really good. If you've not tried it out, I would highly recommend it. Going into the left back spot, we have got Benoit Tremoulinas, my favourite left back in that Liga PBVA even, and that is like some statement, because last year I absolutely loved Marcelo. I used him for like over 200 games I think on FIFA 15, but this year Tremoulinas just feels so good to me. I mean, you can see again, 65 games played with this card. This is a first owner. I'd bought a Tremoulinas before, and I'd played over 150 games with that one, and that is just a statement to how much I love this card. I think it's an absolutely all-round solid defender. He's got decent dribbling, decent passing. Everything about that card is absolutely solid. So that's your defence. Going into the three in the middle, the first player that we're going to be looking at is Enzo Perez. Again, absolute favourite of mine, has been for the last 2 or 3 FIFAs, and now I think he's always such a solid midfielder. Just going over the 100 games played for me, 101 games played. First owner, again, he's not an expensive player there. You can get him for less than 2k, I believe. Plenty of goals and assists contributed, not really for the amount of games he's played, but he's more there to be winning the ball back and giving it to those wingers and more creative players in the team. But he's a fantastic engine to have in the middle of the field, and he works really well with the 3. The next one that we're coming across is Luka Modric. He's the one that's got a bit more licence, a bit more freedom in the team. He's the middle of the 3. And I used this Team of the Year card that I got lucky and packed recently. Really liked it, and then I realised at that point I'd never used the normal, so I thought I'd go out, buy him. I actually packed him ages ago, and I've just never used him, so not bought him. And I thought I'd trick him in his team. Played 7 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Not a massive contribution, but he still felt really solid, really good all-round midfielder in the middle of the park to have. The final of the 3 midfielders, Inform Kovacic. Absolutely love this guy. Again, loved him last year. His team of the season card last year was what brought him to my attention. I tried him out a lot in that card, and I really liked it, so I ended up using this one from the off. This year, I think he's one of those. He's a little bit more pace than Busquets in his regular card, and his inform as well, obviously. And his defending and physicality is like just as good, or not far off. So I always prefer him basically. I mean, 88 physical and the medium-high work rates, he really does do a job. And again, you can see he's played 33 games. I mean, a lot of these players in this team are people that I've used a lot in the past and people that I trust, and that is another one of those. Gregor's Kovacic, if you've not used him, even his regular, doesn't need to be his inform. He's absolutely solid, lads. Coming into the first attacker in the team, and another card that you all know I absolutely love. On the right hand side of the field we have got Inaki Williams, the Silver Beast. I say he's a beast, although he's fantastic in the game. For as long as I've been using this one, I've only had this one for 19 games. He's not massively contributed, in all honesty. He's only got 2 goals and 1 assist, is it? 2 goals, sorry, 4 assists and 2 goals. It's purely because in this team, the player that's on the left-hand side is an absolute god, so I tended to run forward with Inaki, then try to switch it over to the other side. He's still an absolute monster. Give him the ball, hold that right trigger down and sprint with him, and he is so difficult to get off the ball. Still going for around just under that 20k mark, but an absolute beast, lads. Well worth trying if you've not already. Going into the other side, the other wing, this is the player that I said is taking up all the coins. He goes for just under 200k. I actually got him in my free pack that I opened up on Monday, which is absolutely ridiculous, and I thought, I've got to use him in a squad builder now, haven't I? It'd be rude not to, and that is Neymar. Since I've packed him, you can see I've played 17 games. He's got 13 goals and 3 assists, which is an absolutely awesome return, particularly as a lot of those games he's playing at left mid, not left forward. That is an awesome return, and he is just incredible on this game, lads. I reviewed him really early on, and I went back and watched that review to see if I really liked him then, and I did. And what I said then, I'm going to repeat again now. He just glides across the pitch so easily. His skill moves, his shooting, that 5-star weak foot, everything about him is awesome. And without doubt, Neymar is the main man in this team. If you've not used him already, I would highly recommend it, but I know he's very expensive. But if you have got 200k lying around and you want to build a team, or like an expensive player to be added into your team, and you've not tried him out, honest to God, lads, try Neymar. He is an absolute monster. And then leading the line for this team, we have got Benzema, once again a player that you all know I absolutely love, one of the best strikers in the game in my opinion. Although, believe it or not, I've not yet tried Griezmann, purely because I used Benzema for the first time ages ago, loved him, so I never really changed. But you can see his record for me. He's played 50 games, 37 goals and 19 assists, all round great contribution, from Benzema, and he's a fantastic player to lead the line. He's not too slow, he's got great shooting, he's got great physicality, he's just a fantastic all-around striker. And you can look at the team now as a whole. Like I say, we're playing in the 4-3-2-1, and the way I set this team up as well was for the midfield and defence to all stay back, and then that front three to stay at the top end, do all the attacking and hopefully catch people out on the counter, as well as providing some defensive stability. Like I say, it cost me just under 300k. I played 5 games with it, won 4, lost 1, which was all in Division 2 because I got relegated from Division 1. Let's not talk about that, but I'm just about to get promoted back up with this team. But yeah, it was really solid. Highly recommend you give it a go if you've not already. Like I say, lads, if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a big thumbs up. Subscribe for more content like this in the future, and feedback, comments, let me know what you thought of the team. Like I say, if you would use this team, if you want me to do a different type of team in the future, just give me anything you want on Squad Builders and I'll see what I can do in the future. But yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day, lads. I will speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Have a good one. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids and you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the like and subscribe button to support the channel that keeps running. It takes 1 second, like it's free, it costs nothing. Peace.